Good morning, students. This lesson is for class 4 for the subject of General Science, topic Properties of Air, which is covered in chapter 7 Air, starting on page number 83 of your textbook, titled Nutrients in Science, Evergreen, and is being submitted to you on 4th of October 2021. Dear students, as we have already discussed, that air is matter. That means air has weight and can occupy space. It can be compressed and can exert pressure. So now we are going to discuss the properties of air with the help of few activities. And first of all, we'll prove that air occupies space. This is a simple activity, students. We will take a balloon and inflate it. Inflate means fill air into it. What will happen? The volume of balloon will increase, showing that air occupies space. You all have done this. Fine. So let us do one more activity to show that air occupies space. For this activity, we'll be needing an empty glass and water. So what we have to take? We'll take an empty glass and try to invert it. We try to push it inside the container of water without tilting it. It is difficult to do so. Now, tilt the glass. As you can see, the air bubbles rise out of the glass and water can now enter the glass. So students, what is the conclusion? Before tilting the glass, the water does not enter in it because air was present in it. After tilting, the air escapes out from the glass and water particles start filling the space. So, this activity shows that air occupies space. So, this activity shows that air occupies space. Now, the second activity to show that air has weight. Students keep a deflated means without air, football on the balance and note its weight. Now inflate it and record its weight. So the observation is the weight of football filled with air is more than the weight of football without air. Now the third activity is to show that air exerts pressure. Now for this students, what you will do, you will fill a glass with water and take care that there are no air bubbles. Fine. Now cover the glass with a thick card and invert quickly. The water does not fall because the air presses the card upwards from below. So the conclusion is air exerts pressure in all directions. Students, have you noticed that when you overfill a balloon with air, it bursts? You might have noticed this thing. Why this is so? The extra air inside the balloon exerts extra pressure on the walls of the balloon. And when this pressure becomes greater than the air pressure outside, the balloon bursts. And now we will do the fourth activity to show that air can be compressed. So for this, fill a syringe completely with air and then cover the nozzle carefully so that no air leaks and then press the piston slowly. The air inside the syringe will be compressed as there are large intermolecular space in between the molecules of gases. So here I would like you to introduce with the term compression. What is compression? It means decrease in volume of a substance by exerting pressure on it so that it occupies less space. as you can see in the diagram also. So this is the diagram showing that air can be compressed. You can see here the molecular arrangement. The molecules are compressed in the second diagram. So here in the first one, the air is showing large molecular space. Intermolecular space is large. And in the second diagram, it is when the air is compressed. So there is least intermolecular space in between the molecules. So this activity shows that air can be compressed. Now, before continuing further in our lesson, let us recapitulate the topic with these very simple questions. So first of all, tell me, is air matter? What is matter? Which will be having more weight? A deflated football or an inflated football? And question number 4, what is compression? Students, you may pause the lesson here for 3 minutes. And the break time is over now. So first of all, discuss the answers with me. Answer number 1 is yes, air is matter. What is matter? Anything which occupies space and has weight is called matter. And with the help of the activities we have done, that air occupies space also, air has weight also, so air is matter. Naturally, inflated football, that is the football which is filled with air, would be having more weight. And compression means decrease in volume of a substance by exerting pressure on it. Now we'll discuss the use of the components of air. First of all, the uses of oxygen, the life-supporting gas. Oxygen is needed by all living organisms for respiration. All living beings take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Now children, oxygen is required for the combustion, means burning of fuel. So fuel plus oxygen, this is the combustion. And when this process takes place, then what all things are evolved is carbon dioxide plus water plus heat energy and plus light energy. And then oxygen is also used in oxyacetylene flame, which is used for welding of metals. Number 2, we'll be discussing the uses of carbon dioxide. Green plants, as you know, they use carbon dioxide to prepare their food, and the process is the photosynthesis. And the reaction involved is carbon dioxide plus water. In the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, the plants prepare their food in the form of glucose, and in the process, what is evolved? The oxygen, the life-supporting gas, is evolved during the process of photosynthesis. And then the nitrogen, which is most important for the growth of plants. And leguminous plants like pea, grams, they absorb nitrogen for protein synthesis. So, nitrogen is also used for protein synthesis. Moving on to the uses of inert gases now. So first of all, helium. Helium is used in filling balloons. Then oxygen-helium mixture is used in the treatment of asthma. And then neon, which is used in advertising signboards and also used for filling sodium vapor lamps. And then we'll be discussing the uses of water vapors. Water vapors, they prevents drying up of substances. It keeps the plants fresh and green. And water vapors prevents the animal skin from becoming dry and scaly. So students, with this, I am concluding the lesson. So please revise the topic very carefully and then do the given home assignment. Your home assignment is just to do the worksheet 2 given on page number 86 in your book. Thank you, students.